Hello students. So today I am going to show you how to draw a velocity diagram from a given space diagram. Now today our job is to solve this particular numerical. Okay, so this numerical is from a book, Theory of Machine, written by S.S. Ratan. Okay, now this is an exercise problem. Now I am going to show you how to draw a reference velocity diagram from this space diagram. So this is a mechanism of a toggle mechanism. Okay, so toggle mechanism is a mechanism. So how it will be working, I am going to show you that one. Okay, now suppose, so this is a crank, this is a revolving agent, or you can say this is a driver. Okay, now so this one will be revolving continuously. Now with relative to this one, other links will be moving. Okay, so now I'm going to solve you and going to show you also how to draw the velocity of each and every links. It might be linear, it might be angular. Okay, and all the velocities will be relative to another link. Okay, now let's begin the show. Now let's draw by drawing the space diagram. So we have mentioned all the available links provided in the diagram as you saw. Okay, now we have drawn a center line and putting a point which introduce the crankshaft, about which the crank is revolving. Now we need to draw crank first. So crank is making an angle of 45 degree with the horizontal. So let's draw a 45 degree line. It will be located over here. 45 degree line located over here. Yes, let's check again. 45 degree line. Okay, so 45 degree, let's join 45, it will be 45 degree. Now so all the lengths are too large than that of our space. Okay, so we need to reduce each and every length by 50%. So it has been provided OA is 30 mm, so we'll draw as 15 mm, means 1.5 centimeter. So this much length will be A. OA. Okay, now OA is located at an angle 45 degree with the horizontal. Right, now we need to draw the location of point B, that is the location of the connecting rod connected by the crank. Okay, so it will be 80 mm. A to B length, it is provided that A to B is 80 mm. So we need to again reduce by 50%. So it will be 40 mm. So we'll draw an arc of length 40 mm, which represent 80 mm. Correct? 40 mm. So let's the 40 mm arc from point A. Okay, so we are searching for point B. Now unless and until if we find another point Q, so we will totally unable to find out the location of point B. Okay, now we need to find the location of point Q. So as it is mentioned that Q and C, as you saw in the diagram, Q to C, Q and C, the Q and C are collinear points. Okay, and from O towards the C, or what you may say Q, so vertical distance is provided as 140 mm. So we'll draw a vertical distance so 140 mm means 70 mm. When is from 10, it will be 3. This point, from this point we will draw a line parallel to this line. Now for this we have to apply the set square. Now how to draw a line parallel to this line? So as you all knows, I hope, how to use the set square. So set square is having 3 edges, 1 2 3. Now which edge which edge is going to draw the parallel lines, okay, that edge must be alone, must be kept alone. Okay, now keeping other two edges may be engaged. Okay, now engage another another edge of a set square at the free edge and slide it to the dot from where the parallel line will be drawn. Okay, now mind it, this should be exactly parallel, so draw a line. Okay, look, these lines are parallel exactly. This should be exact parallel. Okay, now we need to draw the location of Q point. Location of Q point. Now, how to draw the location of Q point? Now, it has also mentioned then the horizontal distance of point Q, which we will be drawing over here, point Q to point O, the horizontal distance is 100 mm. It has been mentioned also. Okay, 100 mm. Okay, now draw a 100 mm distance from point O, or you might draw from this point also, as this point and this point both are collinear. Okay, so we'll draw 50 mm. That 50 mm will represent 100 mm. Okay, so 10 to 5. That's 50 mm. This much distance will represent the 100 mm distance. Okay, so our point Q has been established. So this is our point Q. Okay, make this one as fixed by giving the symbolic representation. Okay, so our Q point has been fixed. Now what to draw? Now we need to locate the position of B. So position of B from A has been drawn already. Now another terms is remaining, that the position of B from point Q. So it is also mentioned that QB is 100 mm, means Q to upcoming point B. So that much distance will be 100 mm. So we'll take 50 mm distance, as because we have reduced the length by 50%. So we'll take 50 mm distance. Okay, and from Q will intersect this arc, right? Now intersecting point represent the point B. Okay, now remaining one more thing, that is the location of point C. So point C will be as similar as we did in case of Q to B. So B to C distance is also 100 mm, means it will be 50 mm. Then from B we are going to draw the location of point C. So it will be as similar as QB. So we did not take further the length again. So we'll cut on this center line. Right? So this will be the location of the slider C. Okay, now join the lines one by one. So from A to B, then from Q to B, then remaining one is B to C. So our space diagram is being completed now. Okay, now draw the slider with free hand. You may use scale or you may not use scale. And do not forget to give the symbol of cylinder, support by which the slider is reciprocating continuously. Okay, so we have completed the space diagram. So OA is revolving in the clockwise direction with angular speed 50 rpm. It has been mentioned 50 rpm. Now we need to find out the angular velocity of OA. So let's do that. So angular velocity of OA will be 2 pi n by 60 rad per second, obviously. So it will be 2 into pi into 50 divided by 60, whose value will be 5.23. rad per second. Okay, now this 5.23 rad per second must be converted into the linear relative velocity of length OA, of crank OA. So linear velocity of OA will be represented as V of AO. VAO, V is equal to omega R. So omega of OA multiplied by length OA. So AE will be acting as the radius over here. Okay, so so why did we wrote VAO? As because A can change its position but O cannot. Means velocity of A is totally depends on O. Okay, means velocity of A is very much relative to O. That's why we have written V of AO, not V of OA. Okay, so which will be moving, that will be comes first. Okay, so now 5.23 multiplied by, we will put the original value of crank OA. So OA is 30 mm. 30 mm means we will express it in terms of meter. So 0.03 meter. Okay, so 5.23 multiplied by 0.03 meter gives 0.1569 meter per second. Okay, now linear velocity of the crank has been comes out. Okay, so now let's take this much velocity in terms of a standard length of scale. Okay, so let's take this much length is equals to say 4 centimeter. Let consider, let this much meter per second linear velocity as 4 centimeter in a standard length of scale. Okay, now since okay, I forgot to name of the cylinders, so cylinder is naming as suppose D. So DE as cylinder. Okay, so now since the points O, Q and D on the configuration diagram, or you may say on the space diagram, as fixed, so they may be taken as a single point, one point. Okay, on the velocity diagram. Okay, now let's draw a single point which will represent the velocity of all the fixed points. Suppose this is our point, this point. Okay, so this point will represents the velocity of O, velocity of D and velocity of Q. Okay, now what to do? Now so we'll draw, so this point is O, right? This point is O. Suppose I am giving this point as O. Okay, rather I will put this point also in terms of Q and D also. Till now let it be only a single point, a representation of a single point. Now from this point will draw a 4 centimeter line which will be exact perpendicular of this length OA. As because we know that for a revolving link, velocity vector diagram is always located at its perpendicular direction. So if it is rotating in the clockwise direction, velocity vector, linear velocity vector of OA will be perpendicular to the right. If it is opposite, it will be perpendicular to the left. Okay, now let's draw it. Okay, now perpendicular. How to make perpendicular line? So this is our 90-degree angle, right? 90-degree set square. Now first parallel the length of the link, correct? Now so our working edge will be this one, not this one, because we need the perpendicular line. Okay, that's why we have parallel one edge. Then we'll engage this edge because we need this perpendicular line. Okay, before drawing we need to confirm more and more, again and again. Okay, now we'll slide this one like this way and draw a line from this reference point, right? Now so we'll draw a perpendicular line at the right hand side direction of length 4 centimeter. Now measure the 4 centimeter length, 4 centimeter. Okay, so 0 to 4 centimeter. Okay, 4 centimeter. Now this point represents the position of A. So O to A, this will represent the linear velocity vector of OA link. Now next we'll draw the linear velocity vector of AV link. Now how to make it clear? How to make it draw? Okay, now again we'll draw a line perpendicular to AB. Again we'll do the same thing. Now do perpendicular of this line. Take the parallel edge. Now make it confirm whether it is parallel or not. Now our working edge will be this one, as because this is the perpendicular corner, 90-degree angle. Okay, now we need this edge, so we may engage this edge or that edge. Okay, now keeping this one as confirmed. Okay, now making our left hand fixed, right hand will be removable. Now look, this will be slide, this will be slide, this will be slide. Now we comes at point A, right? Now we do not know the definite direction of this link, definite direction, whether it will be revolving in the clockwise or counterclockwise, but we know that its linear velocity vector will always perpendicular to it. Now we'll draw a line at the left hand side and at the right hand side. We do not know in which direction it will be revolving, either clock or counterclock, right? Okay, now next we'll draw the linear velocity vector of this link QB, because B point is very much connected to the Q point and C point also. But we do not know the location of slider C, but we know the location of this fixed point Q. This fixed point is also represented by this point, so mark this one as Q. Right? Now from Q point we'll draw a line perpendicular to this QB. Now need to know this one is very much parallel to the perpendicular edge or not. We need to confirm it first. Once we confirm it, then we'll slide. Okay, now our working edge will be this one, because this much angle is perpendicular. Okay, now we'll slide the edge down. We'll slide the edge down. Okay, now make it slide down. Okay, now what will happen? Now we have some obstructions over here. Now what will happen? Then put it over here. Now make our left hand as fixed. Now slide it towards downward. Okay, downward. Then what will happen? Then again engage over here. So try to clear your observations. So I did not lose my two hands at a time. So once I lose my left hand, I will tighten my right hand. Once we lose my right hand, I will tighten my left hand. Okay, then it will be slides over here. Now my working edge will be this one. Look, this is a Q point, needful point. I will draw a line which will intersect the line drawn from A, right? But we did not extend this line at this direction, because we know our approaching line has been presented over there, correct? That's why we draw intentionally at this direction. Okay, now intersecting point will be B point. Okay, now we'll erase the unnecessary lines. So here this much line is unnecessary, so we'll erase this one. Again here we have another unnecessary lines. Right, now we do have another two links remaining whose velocity we did not find yet. So one is B to C, another one is C with related to D. Now let's draw the linear velocity vector of BC link. So obviously it will be again as similar as we did in case of these three, OA, AB and QB. Okay, now let's again draw the parallel of BC. Now make one edge parallel. Okay, now let's confirm whether this is parallel or not. Yes, it is parallel. Now our needful edge is this one, because this angle is 90 degree. Okay, now we'll draw this perpendicular line from this point B, reference point B. Okay, now we have to slide this edge and we have to move this edge by sliding up to this B point. Okay, now engage the uppermost edge. I hope this will be very much easy to slide. Engage this edge. Okay, now slide freely. So my left hand will be tight enough. Okay, so here I find an obstruction. Okay, now do one thing, slide it down or slide it up. Okay, up to this extent. Again I'll put the set square over here. And let's slide it to the right hand side. Let's check again whether it is parallel or not. Okay, let's again check. Now it comes at the definite or exact location B. So from B, now I will draw a line at the top and at the bottom. We do not know in which direction it will be revolving. Okay, bottom. Now this line is searching for another line which will intersect this line at anywhere, at any point. Okay, so now, so remaining point is we need to locate the linear velocity vector of the slider. So obviously slider will be sliding, or slider will be reciprocating, or slider will be moving along this center line. It might be go to the right hand side or comes back in the left hand side, forward motion or backward motion, whatever you can say. Okay, now in terms of D, so this point is also D, right? This point is also D. So make this point is also D. Okay, so this point D. So from D point, we'll draw a line parallel to this center line. Okay, we'll draw a line which will be parallel to this center line. Okay, now make it parallel first, then slide this one. We'll draw the parallel line, not perpendicular line, because it is not at all any revolving link. Slider is a sliding link, not revolving. Look, it is coming over here. Right, from this point we'll draw a line. This line has intersect this line. The intersecting point will be C point. Now we'll erase the extension lines. Extension from B in the upward direction, extension the C in the downward direction. So our velocity diagram has been completed in 95%, unless and until if we put the arrow mark. So now how to put the arrow mark? So starting from the beginning point, this point is represents the velocity of the three fixed points O, C, so Q and cylinder, this cylinder D, fixed support D. Okay, so we have denoted it by small d comma O comma Q. Okay, now starting from OA, so from O towards A, we'll put the arrow mark, because linear velocity, linear relative velocity of A is going to be find out, not O. O cannot move, but A can. Okay, now, so this line will be V of AO, right? This small OA vector represents the linear velocity vector of V of AO. Okay, now from A towards B, as because A is moving, B can move. So from A towards B, this line will represent as V of capital BA. Linear relative velocity vector of point B relative to A. Now, B can also move relative to Q point. As Q is fixed, B can make its support, or B can take its support. Okay, so from Q, this is Q, this is B. So Q to B, put another arrow mark. So this will be V of BQ. Right, we have another two lines remaining, that is B towards C, as C can move, as because of B can move. So B towards C, right? So let's draw a BC. It's a form line, make it much thicker. Okay. Now B towards C. So this will be V of CV. So C can move relative to B. And last one is velocity of slider D with relative to cylinder or fixed support D. So this will be, you may denote it by VC also, VC only, or VCD. So from D point towards C point. Right? So our velocity vector diagram has been completed now. Now we will take the lengths of each and every lines. Now then we'll convert the each and every length in meter per second, means linear velocity. Then it will be converted into angular velocity. Now take the measurement of each and every length. Look, this AB comes by 1.5 centimeter. I hope so. It's 1.5 centimeter. AB 1.5 centimeter. It might be 1.55. If I'm not making any mistake, this is located in between 19 and 19.1. So 1.55 centimeter. Okay, so QB 18.3, from 15 to 18.3 means 3.3 centimeter. Q point QB, vector QB. Now let's take measurement of BC vector. Okay, so from 12 it is 15.25, means 3.25. Then remaining one is velocity of slider D, means DC. From D it will be 19.25. I hope so. 19.25. 17 to 19.25. 19.15. Sorry, 19.65. 19.5, 19.6, 19.65. It's 2.65. After measurement, these values comes out. Now let's convert each and every length in meter per second. How? So if 4 centimeter line will be 0.156 per meter per second, then what will be 1.55? What will be 3.3? What will be 3.25? And what will be 2.65? Let's convert each and every length in meter per second. So after calculation and after measurement, all the lengths comes like this way. Okay, so we have considered OA 4 centimeter. After measuring A to B, it has been comes in 1.55. It is my approximate measurement, as because I am recording it at night. Okay, so my approximate measurement is 1.55. It will be locating 1.5 to 1.6 in between. So I have taken 1.5 might. So this value might get differ. Okay, so now Q to B. So after measurement, so Q to B has been comes in 3.3 centimeter. Okay, so BC, from B to C, this much length has been comes by measurement is B to C is 3.25, means it might be 3.2 to 3.3. It is variable. So as because it is looks like it is situated in between 2 to 3, so I have taken 3.25. Okay, it might be 3.27, it might be 3.28, it might be 3.29, or it might be 3.26 also. Okay, I have taken 3.25. Okay, now the last length measurement. So after measuring from point D to point C, after measurement it comes in 2.65. So though this 5, it may be 6.6, it may be 66 or 67 or 68, it might get differ. Okay, as because this measurement comes in between 2.6 to 2.7. So look, if we put the value over here, look, this one is very much nearer to 2.2, means, sorry, not 2.2, so 2, 2.5, 2.6, 2.7, very much nearer to 2.7, 2.7. So I have taken 2.65, it might be 2.66, 2.67, 2.68. Okay, so I have converted, look, I have converted all the lengths in meter per second. So how? If 4 centimeter length, we have taken 4 centimeter length is 0.1567, so it might be approx 0.157. Okay, you can denote it by approx 0.157, means 157 meter per second. You may denote it like this way. Okay, 0.157 also. Okay, so taking this one as a reference, so if 4 centimeter length becomes 0.157 meter per second, then 1.55 centimeter will be 0.061 meter per second, 3.3 will be 0.1295 meter per second, it will be it might be approximate value 0.13. Okay, then 3.25 will be 0.127 meter per second, and in the same way 2.65 mm also 0.104 meter per second. Okay, now they told me to find out the velocities of points B and C. Mind it, velocities of points B and C. So this means velocity of point B and velocity of point C must be find out relative to any fixed reference, relative to any fixed link. So B is connected to this fixed links by VBQ. So once we calculate the velocity of QB link, means velocity of point B will be automatically find out. Okay, velocity of B means if they would mention that find out the velocity of B relative to A, means find out the linear relative velocity of AB link, means we need to find out the linear relative velocity of AB, means we need this data. And okay, now they told, or they have asked to find out the velocity of a point only. So if they mention in this way, so we'll find the velocity of that particular point with relative to any fixed point. Now we need to figure out velocity. So B point is connected to the fixed point. How? So B connected to this fixed point in terms of VBQ. So we need this much data. So VBQ. So BQ comes in 0.1295. According to the solution, you will find in the numerical as we share that page in the beginning. Okay, so it is mentioned as 0.13 meter per second, so it is very much nearer. Okay, now they have also asked to find out the velocity of point C, means if we find the velocity of CD, point C is very much connected to a fixed reference point O, or you can say Q, or you can say D. So if we find velocity of CD, so velocity of point C will be automatically configured out. Okay, now DC, look, DC comes in 0.104 meter per second. According to the book, it has been mentioned that 0.105 meter per second, so it might get differed as we may as I have taken all the lengths in a standard length of scale, so it is varying in between. Suppose the point comes in between 19 to 19.1 in between, so we have taken 6.5. So I have told you earlier, it might be 6.6, it might be 6.7, it might be 6.8. Okay, in the same way, that's why 0.001 meter per second differs. So nothing else. Okay. So this value also very much relative. Okay. Now remaining three datas I have calculated already. That is angular velocities of link AB, link BQ, and link BC. So angular velocities of link AB will be linear velocity of VBA divided by AB, as V equals to omega R. Obviously omega will be V by R. Okay, so all the links will be treated as crank over here. Okay, linear velocity of BA divided by AB. In the same way, BQ divided by QB, and in the same way B the omega of BC divided by BC. Okay, put all the meter per seconds. Suppose VBA, put 0.061 meter per second in terms of AB. Okay, so AB means this is the linear relative velocity vector of link AB, means VBA and AB both are similar. In the same way, VBQ and QB are similar, and omega, sorry, this will be V, not omega. So V of BC and vector VC both are similar. Okay, and all the lengths are provided. So put the original value of the lengths, each and every length, not as we reduced. Okay, so all the lengths have been reduced by 1:2, 50%. And one more thing is, the direction of the angular velocity need to be located, need to be directed, need to be shown. Okay, now how? The value is being already calculated, but direction, how to allocate the direction, in which direction the link AB is revolving, link BC, link QB. Okay, now taking the arrow mark from the velocity diagram. Okay, now for AB, from A towards B, look, from A towards B, where it is, yes, A towards B, it is towards left hand side, A towards B, left hand side. Now draw a perpendicular line on AB, on AB, on AB, perpendicular line, for your reference, perpendicular line. Now put the left hand side arrow mark on this perpendicular line, on this perpendicular line, right? Arrow mark from right. Okay, means whenever we are looking forward to see the point B from point A, it will be looking in the counterclockwise direction. It will be looking, rotating in the counterclockwise direction, right? Means if we consider A as center and AB as a radius, now draw a circle. Look, it permits in the counterclockwise left hand side. Okay, in the same way, QB, so draw a perpendicular line on QB, line on QB. Now where QB is located, yes, this is the QB, so it is upward, directed upward. So upward means whenever we are looking forward to see the point B from Q, it will be looking in the counterclockwise direction, correct? So keeping Q as center, B as radius, QB as radius, look, the direction of rotation, it is the counterclockwise direction, correct? In this way, like this way, okay, counterclockwise. Arrow permits to take it away in the left hand side, look, counterclockwise, right? Now last but not the least, in case of BC, so draw a perpendicular line on BC line, BC perpendicular line, correct? Now B to C, look, B to C, it is downward, B towards C, it is looking, it is giving downward direction, so downward arrow. And then same case, whenever we are trying to move on point C from B, it permits in the clockwise direction, look, B to C, keeping B as center, BC as radius, it permits to take the pencil to the right hand side, it will be clockwise, right? Like this way we can be able to find out the angular velocities with direction. So AB will be CCW, correct. BQ will be again CCW, correct, but BC will be clockwise, right. Now till then, goodbye. If you have any queries regarding this, okay, please feel free to ask. Do not hesitate to ask. Okay, now goodbye.